What's up, guys? So it's definitely been more than a week since I made one of these videos. I think we're on week 5, but since the surgery, it's probably been 10 or 11 weeks since the surgery. And I wanted to make sure I gave you guys an update. Right now, a lot of these days are those filler episodes. Those days where you're just staying true, staying faithful to the grind, trusting what God has in store. Because some of these days are just fillers, getting those workouts in, heading to work, just trusting the process. And one of my old coaches always used to say, never get your highs too high, never get your lows too low, right? And that's a battle I've fought my entire career, from going up and down in college, up and down in high school and grade school even, having the high of going overseas, having the low and the fallout of having a long recovery from an injury. But as of right now, I'm still grateful for the process and what I'm getting to do here since I've been home. Getting to see family a lot more often. Just got to see my mom down in Florida for the first time in over a year, so I was really grateful for that. And she was the main reason that I started this whole basketball journey. Getting to spend a lot more time with my family, getting to spend a lot more time with my brother, getting to coach him at the grade school level, seeing him improve has been honestly a joy for me. Hopefully, we are going to get this cast off soon. Funny story about this cast, as you guys know, I work for the Bucks, and we're an entertainment team, and we like to have fun, mess around. And I thought it would be funny if I got my cast signed. So let's get this arm sleeve off right now. So now I have my arm sleeve signed. I am an effing 5th grader, and I am 27 years old with a signed cast, and I can't undo that now. It's not even I'm having NBA players sign the cast. It's just like this now. But hopefully we're gonna get this off soon. I don't know if we have another cast after this one. He mentioned that there might be one. Maybe I'll get a pink for Valentine's Day. Who knows? Who cares? But at this point, hopefully we get this one off, because I've got a little bit of a club hand going right now. It's making hoodies hard to put on and stuff like that. But besides that, we're just going to keep enjoying the process. I'm going to keep you guys updated. This past weekend, I got to visit my mom for the first time in over a year. First time since going overseas, and it was heavily needed. My mom is the reason I was able to start all this and able to chase my dream, really. And she's a big inspiration to me, so it was a good refresher to go down there. And on the way back, I had a connecting flight in St. Louis, and the guy comes up to me, he says, "Hey man, did you play in Australia?" I was taken aback a bit because I didn't think he would just recognize me out in public, right? He said, "Oh, well, I saw your backpacks, looked up your team, looked up a little bit about you." And he just asked me about my story. So I told him, played Division III, didn't really think pro was an option for me. I was working an office job at 24 years old, changed my mind, chased the dream, played semi-pro at 25, ended up playing professionally overseas at 26. And I'm proud of that story to some extent, kind of that everyone doubted me or whatever, right? That whole cliche. And it resonated with him because he said, "Man, my son, not a lot of people expected him to play high-level Division I baseball either, but here he is getting offers. We just played in Florida this past weekend, and he's getting looks." I said, "Oh man, that's awesome, but your son looks pretty athletic. Why wouldn't people expect him to be a Division I recruit? He's got the tools." He says, "Well, show him your hand, son." He shows me his hand, and he had an accident where multiple parts of his fingers are missing. And it was incredibly humbling, because who am I to complain about my situation or my scenario when I'm just a man? And seeing this kid who clearly loves baseball, loved it his entire life, overcoming that scenario of just being able to hold a baseball, not only hold it, but being able to pitch at such a high level, was just incredibly humbling. And honestly, I wish that kid all the best, because he was a huge inspiration for me. And if you're watching, man, you are a huge inspiration to a lot of people, because not a lot of people can say they played a Division I sport of any kind. So to get to that level and overcome the challenges that you have in front of you are just amazing. This time last year, I was already in Australia for a month. I was moved in with the family. I was learning about the people. Made the biggest move of my entire life. I felt like all my hard work was starting to pay off. And God put me through the most tests that He ever has before. Because in that same year, He showed His presence to me more than He ever had before, answering my prayers, while also putting me through the most tests that He ever has. Knowing that I would be faithful to Him, He put even more tests in front of me. And even though these filler episodes are getting longer and longer, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I know that this is God's plan for me. And that He knew that putting me in this cast was going to pay off later on. To those of you that have been sticking around for this whole journey, I appreciate you more than you know. I hope that if someone watching this video, even one person, is inspired to continue to follow their dream, whether it's basketball or whatever else, I'll be happy. Till next time, guys.